Good morning. Good morning. Today we are going to go over Unit 2, Lesson 8, Math Practices and Construct Arguments. The materials you need all the time will be your whiteboard. Again, big time in our classroom, we do place value pretty much every time. So be prepared with your place value chart, your manipulatives, however you're going to showcase the place value, and a whiteboard and erase marker or even pencil workbook. You have to have something to do your place value chart on. So let's jump right into it. Place value today, our numbers, we're going to delve into the first number, which is 8. 8, what cube will make the number 8? Pause and think through with your learning coach. 8, the numeral 8, you're going to use ones cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you add 2 more, 8, 9, 10, you're going to end up making a 10 stick. So that will eventually get rid of all of the ones cubes because they will transition, because these 10 sticks are 10 ones cubes. It's good to know. Think through. The next number we're going to work on is number 12. What cubes make the number 12 in our place value chart? Pause and work it out with your learning coach. You should have there 1 10 stick and, 2 ones. 1, 2. There you go. Next number is 24. How do we make number 24? Pause and work out with your learning coach. 24. You have 2 10 sticks and 4 ones cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next number we have to work out today is the number 42. Pause and work it out with your learning coach. 42. You need 4 10s. 1, my ones cubes wants to populate in there. 4 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4 10 sticks in 42. And in 42, you have 1, 2. 2 ones cubes. I like sometimes how my Unifix cubes have a mind of their own. Last number today is 72. How many 10 sticks and how many ones cubes? Pause and work it out with your learning coach. In 72, you need 7 10 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you need 2 ones cubes. 1, 2 to make 72. Awesome job, guys. So today in this lesson for Unit 2, Lesson 8, you're going to talk about constructing math arguments using addition and subtraction. Here is your word problem. Pause and work it out with your learning coach. Again, spiral review, we're going back. How many fewer white birds than gray birds are there? Something to work out with your learning coach. Pause, and I'll be here. Number 3, spiral review. I'm going back. There are 7 basketballs in all. Draw and write your equation. So they want you to do 2 different things. Again, it's looking at with your child, looking at what they're asking for your child to do, because a lot of the time, even when we get into state testing, they may understand writing the number sentence, but if they don't read through the whole problem and understand that they want them to draw the basketballs in the box too, the problem would technically be wrong. So pause, work it out with your child, and I'll be here. here is your direct instruction. If you want to go to the page numbers, you're more than welcome to do that. If not, all of it's here. In this example for guided instruction, you're going to draw the 6 tiles. They want 4 are red and the rest are green. So in this instance, you will have to have red and green, or if you decide to change the color because you don't have red and green, I would just cross off red and cross off green and then write in what color they're going to use just to demonstrate that, to correlate the words and the colors for your child. How many green tiles did Marlon draw? Explain how you know. In this instance, I really want you to spend time allowing your child to express with expansive vocabulary. So encourage them to dig deeper into their expansive vocabulary. So for instance, if they're going to draw 6 tiles, 4 red and the rest are green, how many green tiles does Marlon draw? Marlon has this many tiles and I want to get 4 more, they would have this. You're going to have them explain in more depth. If they go into kind of like a story, that is okay. Just allow them to express their vocabulary, and you want to encourage them to use higher level vocabulary. For instance, they're using the word great multiple times. Think of a synonym, think of another word that would help them express the same idea. Again, this is something that you can use no matter the subject area. So Jane has 7 pennies. She wants to buy a toy car for 3 pennies and a toy plane for 5 pennies. How many more pennies does Jane need? Allow your child to explain it to you. Allow them to draw it, write it, all the things. However they feel that they can express that or showcase how they can express that, allow them to express that. But I do want them to explain it to you in words, because I think that's important to be able to have the time and take the time to express the use of their vocabulary on what they're looking at. Again, it goes back to what they do now is how they'll write later. Higher order thinking, same idea here. Pause and work through with your learning coach. Pause and work through with your learning coach. Ultimately, you're going to have your unit practice today. After this, you can either go right into your unit practice or you go into the challenge questions. Again, explain in this instance. You'll see this a lot, especially with state testing and with a lot of different schooling academic work, but it also is something relevant in the real world application, because for instance, eventually when they have a job, sometimes they're going to have to explain their thought process or explain what they're doing. And at this age, even though when they're with their own writing, they may be very limited, being able to use the auditory explanation to you and you're taking their words verbatim and writing them down allows them to see the correlation between their words that they're speaking and the written words. So even though you may have to write what they're saying down, I want you to be able to express I want them to be able to express their thoughts in that, because again, it's allowing them to see what they're saying and putting that into words. Again, I want to express to you is that you want to encourage them to start using the academic vocabulary and a higher level vocabulary in general to be able to eventually express that in the written word too. So pause, figure out the problem, and come back. Again, explaining, go through the question, have them draw it out if they need to. They can write it in a number sentence. They can draw it out in actual items, drawing out little fish. They can color those in. Again, have them explain in their words what's going on in the story. And then as they're talking to you, write it down verbatim, allowing them to correspond to what they're saying into the written word. That's all I have for you today. You can pause this, work through this, and then I will see you in a little bit. Bye, guys.